Hey, how are you doing? I'm going to be reading from the book Wild at Heart by John Eldredge. I'm on page 33 now. It's titled A Beauty to Fight For. Alright. And all of his wildness and all of his fierceness are inseparable from his romantic heart. The theologians have missed this, says more about theologians than it does about God. Music, wine, poetry, sunset, those were his inventions, not ours. We simply discovered what he had already thought of. Lovers and honeymooners choose places like Hawaii, the Bahamas, or Tuscany as a backdrop for their love. But whose idea was Hawaii, the Bahamas, and Tuscany? Let's bring this a little closer to home. Whose idea was it to create the human form in such a way that a kiss could be so delicious? And he didn't stop there, as only lovers know, starting with her eyes. King Solomon is feasting on his beloved through the course of their wedding night. He loves her hair, her smile, her lips, drop sweetness as the honeycomb, and milk and honey are under her tongue. You'll notice he's working his way down. Your neck is like the Tower of David, built with elegance. Your two breasts are like two fawns. Until the day breaks and the shadows flee, I will go to the mountain of myrrh and to the hill of incense. That's from Song of Solomon 4:4-6. And his wife responds by saying, "Let my lover come into his garden and taste its choice fruits." That's Song of Solomon 4:16. What kind of God would put the Song of Songs in the canon of Holy Scripture? Really now, is it conceivable that such an erotic book would have been placed in the Bible by the Christians you know? And what a delicate poetic touch, two fawns. This is no pornography, but there is no way to try to explain it all as a theological metaphor. That's just nonsense. In fact, God himself actually speaks in person in the Psalms once in the entire book. Solomon has taken his beloved to the bedchamber, and the two are doing everything that lovers do there. God blesses it all, whispering, "Eat, O friends, and drink. Drink your fill, O lovers," Song of Solomon 5:1. Offering as if needed his own encouragement, and then he pulls the shades. God is a romantic at heart, and he has his own bride to fight for. He is a jealous lover, and his jealousy is for the hearts of his people and for their freedom. For Zion's sake, I will not keep silent. For Jerusalem's sake, I will not remain quiet, till her righteousness shines out like the dawn, her salvation like a blazing torch. As a bridegroom rejoices over his bride, so will your God rejoice over you. Isaiah 62:1-5. And though she has committed adultery against him, though she has fallen captive to his enemy, God is willing to move heaven and earth to win her back. He will stop at nothing to set her free. Who is this coming from Edom, from Bozrah, with his garments stained crimson? Who is this, robed in splendor, striding forward in the greatness of his strength? It is I, speaking in righteousness, mighty to save. Why are your garments red, like those of one treading the winepress? I have trodden the winepress alone. From the nations no one was with me. I trampled them in my anger and trod them down in my wrath. Their blood spattered my garments, and I stained all of my clothing. For the day of vengeance was in my heart, and the year of my redemption has come. Isaiah 63:1-4. Whoa, talk about a brave heart. This is one fierce, wild, and passionate guy. I've never heard Mr. Rogers talk like that. Come to think of it, I have never heard anyone in church talk like that either. But this is the God of heaven and earth, the Lion of Judah. Alright, so that was page 33-35, A Beauty to Fight For. Cool. See ya.